Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.
Okay, now we are coming to lesson number 21. Anahata Chakra. What is meaning of Anahata? Anahata means unstuck or unbeaten in Sanskrit. And where this chakra is located? It's located at the chest region. What is the color associated? Green. Remember, Mooladhara, red color, Swadhisthana Chakra, it is connected to orange color, Manipura Chakra, bright sunshine yellow, and Anahata Chakra connected to green color. And what is the Swaram connected to this? Ma. Sa with Mooladhara, Re with your Swadhisthana, Ga with Manipura Chakra. So, Ma is connected to your Anahata Chakra. And what is the Tattva here? What is the element? Vayu Tattvam or air element. Bhu element, that is Bhu Tattva, earth element connected to Mooladhara. Water element, that is Jala Tattva connected to Swadhisthana. Agni Tattva, that is the fire element connected to Manipura Chakra. Vayu Tattva, air element is connected to Anahata Chakra. Understand? Okay. So, this region of the body is life-giving air, Pranavayu, that nourishes the bloodstream and energizes different parts of the body. Anahata is the home of the manas, the mind, that thinks from the heart, and also the home of Vishnu Granthi. So, our body has their, mental, what we say, knots to overcome. So, Mooladhara, Swadhisthana, where the junction happens, that is where the Brahma Granthi, seat of creativity. And at the junction of Manipura Chakra and Anahata Chakra is the Vishnu Granthi, which is the seat of emotions. So, now we are coming to the body parts which are connected to Anahata Chakra. Skin, sense of touch. Remember, sense of smell is connected to Mooladhara. Sense of tongue taste is connected to Swadhisthana. Sense of sight, eyes are connected to Manipura Chakra. Here, sense of touch, skin is connected to Anahata Chakra. Apart from that, heart, lungs and thymus gland. Thymus gland is one of the most important, very, very important gland. Rib cage and also T1, T12, thoracic vertebrae, that is also connected. Phrenic nerves, that is also connected to Anahata Chakra. Ma. Normally, people will say that, Sarigama Padhanisa. So, they think that Sarigama is, Ma is connected to the lower swaras, Padhanisa, Pa is connected to the upper swaras. It is not so. Ma actually balances and governs the Uttranga connection. What is the Uttrangam? Where it is coming from? Dani, Sa, that is the Uttranga. Padani, Sa is the Uttranga connection. So, Ma balances Da and Ni. Pa balances Ri and Ga in the Purvanga. So, please understand it very clearly. In Sarigama Padanisa, Ma Swara actually balances and governs the upper note, da and ni. Panchama, pa, balances and governs the lower notes, that is re and ga. This is very, very important to understand and remember. So, the petals and the emotions of Anahata Chakra. So, what is the petal first? Chalan. Chalan means what? Movement. There are 12 petals in Anahata Chakra. First one is Chalan. Chalan means movement. You all understand, breathing gives a movement. When somebody is sleeping deeply, very deep sleep, if you want to make sure that the person is alive, what you do? You observe the body, which moves with the breathing in, breathing out, there is a movement. So, when the oxygen gets mixed in the blood, provides the movement to the body. And also the limbs. Our limbs cannot move on its own. Limbs are all connected to the Anahata Chakra. So, that is also gives you the movement because of the oxygen getting mixed up with the blood, and it provides the movement. Second one is Vinash, crushing. This is very, very important petal. It is a positive and negative. Of course, negative, I will crush. They will say, Kauravas wanted to crush Pandavas. So, crushing, that comes. What is the positive crushing? Positive crushing is crushing your own weakness. Your own weakness, what is your, like addictions. Somebody failed or something went wrong, some destruction has happened. So, immediately what they think, I should not live in this life. I cannot face the world. I failed. So, what they will do? They will look for a path to commit suicide. Or some get into some kind of vices, drug addicts they become, or alcoholic addicts. These are the weakness. So, to overcome the weakness, this is that we have to crush. When these ideas come, immediately the mind should be strong enough. I told this is Anahata Chakra Madhyama balances the da and ni. So, ni is connected to the mind. So, a mind should be strong enough to say, no, you are not going to become alcoholic. You are not going to touch the drugs. Because once you become addicted to drugs, there is no end to it. Your family will suffer, you will suffer, everything will go wrong. If you want to commit suicide, then it is more dangerous. So, the brain, the mind should be strong enough to control this feeling, to control the crushing. Immediately say, no, you are not going to do this step. So, crush the negative feeling, crush the addiction feeling, suicidal tendency. All these things this is the positive. First, we have to crush our own weakness, and for that we need the strength, the mental strength, the mind strength to say no to any drugs, alcoholism, smoking, gambling, any of these things which are negative, which will ruin the life, not only our life but our family life also. So, all these things are very necessary. So, you have to understand that where to crush, where to use the negative, or whether you are going to use the positive way of handling this petal. Next petal is the kapat, deceit, misleading information, hiding sometimes behind the white lies. People very easily tell lies, not understanding how it is having impact on others' life. So, that is the next petal, that is the kapat. Next petal is vitarka. Vitarka means what? Argumentative. Person normally who are very egoist normally feel like the others, if they have not achieved a certain goal, immediately if they see some other youngsters of the family any member who is succeeding, who is getting more, immediately to put him down or to put her down, they will argue in such a way to bring the morale down. For them, what? I didn't achieve. How can this little fellow will achieve that? That will be their ego hurt. They become, they become a critical debater, just to, make sure finding faults with somebody, even though they are doing very well, but simply they want to find faults, just to make you feel low, smaller. So this is what is the vitarkam. Next is the anutavam. Anutavam is sympathy or empathy. Always I say that we should have empathy more, especially when I dealt with autism children for more than 20 years, 25 years. I have always shown empathy towards the parents, never the sympathy. They will come and say, I don't know what papam I did, that I got a child like this and all. So I say that never you say that. You are a special mother. God has selected you to handle a special child. So I have empathy for them, but never I will say, Ayo papam, you shouldn't have got it like that. By saying like that, I am adding fuel to what they are already going through, the agony. No, I will boost their morale. I will say that no, nothing has gone wrong. No, you can bring out. Every special child has got some special, some genius. Somewhere they are having something very extraordinary talent. We have to recognize the talent and bring them out. Nobody in this world is without any talent. So we should have, yes, sympathy we should have for the needy people who are definitely having some kind of, something is going wrong with them, they are suffering or something like that. That is where we need sympathy. Sympathy we should have. But empathy is more powerful, where we can bring up the person from they are feeling very low, we can bring them up. That is what is the empathy. Next is anuchka. What is? Lack of curiosity. I have seen this very much, especially with middle-aged people, where the children are all grown up, they have gone to their own world, their own life, their own family. So they are suddenly, the parents will feel, we have got nobody. So they feel that, that there is nothing in their life. Instead of that, I say, show some curiosity to learn something new. Yes, the children are grown up, they have their own family, their own life. Better that you occupy yourself with something, show some curiosity. Nowadays, because of the technology, we have got so many, various venues open where people can learn more and more new things. They can indulge in their good time, they can indulge in, something constructive. So that is what showing curiosity. And even ADHD children, they don't show curiosity in anybody, most of the things. And I have worked on them to show, create that, activate this particular petal to get that curiosity. Because what happens once the curiosity is developed, chintan, which is the next petal, that starts activated. What is chintan? Thoughts, thinking. So when the curiosity is shown, immediately thinking process starts. Oh, this is something new. So this is how this may be working like this, this may work like this. That new ideas will come. The thinking will start. So you become more creative. So that is what happens when somebody shows, chintan. So curiosity gets into chintan. Then what happens? The next petal is samiha. Samiha means passion. So curiosity develops into thinking, thinking chintan, then it develops into passion. Somebody becomes too passionate about something new what they have learned. So this is where the passion. So curiosity gives way for thinking, thinking develops the passion. So that's why I always say that new task or new skill what they have learnt, immediately they become passionate. So it's a chain. So curiosity, thinking and passion, automatically they are interconnected. Then comes samatha. Samatha is the natural state. Sometimes, when something is very successful, something going upward, immediately we jump with joy. Yes, we gained it, we achieved it and all, jump on. But something goes wrong, sit in a corner, start crying. I said, no, take it in the same way. How we take happiness or achievement, same way face the loss or disappointment. Don't sit and cry and sit in one side and try, and over the loss you show yourself, self-pity, develop self-pity. Don't do that. Instead of that, take it in a neutral state, so that if anything is going wrong, immediately you should have the analyzing power to see what went wrong, why I went wrong, why I failed. All that will come when we take everything in a neutral state. Next comes vinamrata. What is vinamrata? Lack of arrogance. This is very, very necessary, because I have seen people, if they achieve something, immediately they become arrogant. Achieved, everybody, there is, the people who have got, achieved more and more, they are enlightened. We have seen that they become more and more, they get connected to humility. They will become, more softer, very easily approachable. They don't show their arrogance and the ego, they don't show it. So they have that, humbleness, they become more humble. Next comes vivekam. Vivekam comes with the maturity of life. As we mature, mentally mature, see, lot of lessons we learn academically, but life teaches us many lessons which we don't get it in academic. In life, we come through so many situations which teaches us how to handle the situation, how to manage the condition. So maturity comes with that, mind, wisdom. Now somebody, for example, somebody is saying, you give 10,000 rupees, within a week I will make it as a 50,000 rupees and give. If you got a maturity of mind, you will understand that, nothing, nobody gives that much of money in return. You will sit and analyze the situation. What is given, what is involved, this thing. Immediately you will say, yes, whether you have to go ahead with that offer or not to go ahead with your offer, with that offer. It comes only with your wisdom, with your maturity. You will say that, no, I think this is a wrong path. I should not, this thing. Because nowadays, cyber crime is so easily, people are falling, becoming victim of it without thinking. The attraction is so much that they are not able to control themselves. So here is that discernment. They have to, that vivekam, to know what is right, what is wrong, what is good, what is bad, which is correct, which is not correct. All these things we are able to understand, and especially it comes with the age, with more and more exposure to life. Then we are very careful where we invest, how we go about, what we are doing. All these things come automatically. The next one is ahankara, which is the last one. Ahankara is ego. people immediately, ego, when they say ego, they say that, ego is wrong. Me, myself, mine. I say, if that doesn't come by the age of 3, that means the child is gone into the autism spectrum. Because by the time they are that age, when somebody calls Mohan, Shweta, they should turn back and sing. They should understand that that's their name. My name is Mohan. My name is Shweta. I belong to this house. This is my house. My parents, me, mine. If that doesn't come to them, that means there is something is wrong with the child. We have to have this is our pride. Nothing, this ahankara is nothing but pride, the healthy ego. We should have it. If somebody asks me, yes, I am Rajam Shankar, I am music therapist, there is nothing wrong in that. It is not ego. It is an ego when it goes more than what it should be there. That is more superior. Like for Ravana we can say, he was very scholarly, Vidwan. But what happened when the ego, nobody can beat me, nobody, I am the, more superior, big bhakta of Shiva, nobody can defeat me in a war or something like that. And he went to the extent of, there is nothing wrong in, getting a parastri. So what happened? Vinashakale viparita buddhi. His ahankaram becomes so big that nothing in front of him he could see. Nothing good he could see. He was, just going by his ego. So, destruction. That's what happens. So, we should have ego, healthy ego, within a limit. Everything should be within limit. Anything which goes above the limit, we say, it becomes visham. Even amrutam becomes visham when it is taken beyond a limit. Everything should be within healthy limit. So, even ahankara should be there in every person. The pride, yes, it's me, but it should be under limit, under healthy way it should be. So, what is the resonance of Anahata Chakra? Anahata Chakra is Ma. There are, like we say, there is 2 Gandhara, 2 Rishabha, there is 2 Madhyama. What is the Shuddha Madhyamam and Tivra Madhyamam? What we call it as the Prati Madhyamam. So, the lower one, Shuddha Madhyamam, is the flat note, F. And the Tivra Madhyamam, Prati Madhyamam is the F sharp. And this F sharp, Tivra, Prati Madhyama helps with our strengthening our thymus gland. What is the functioning of thymus gland? To improve our immunity system, to support our immunity system, which is very necessary. Otherwise, all over us, around us, the airborne virus and bacteria are floating in the air. We are breathing in, we are breathing out, all polluted air. So, if our immunity system is bad, weak, we will acquire the disease. So, the immunity should be stronger. And for that, we have to work on the thymus gland. To work on the thymus gland, we have to do Omkara or Madhyama from Madhyama Swara, Tivra Madhyamam, the higher Madhyamam, or keep the Shruti at F pitch, F sharp, and see how you can connect with the Omkara. Okay, so now we are doing the Shuddha Madhyama practice. So, what is the mudra we have to going to do? Vayu mudra. Place the thumb over the index finger. Which is index finger? This. What is the thumb? This. So, over that. Then you keep your calm your breath. This is the Vayu mudra. Okay, this is what we have to do this and say, keep this on the lap, sit straight, breathe in and feel your lungs expanding and say Ma. There is another mudra which is known as Hridaya Mudra, which is actually which open the heart channels and increase the air circulation. How it has to do? See this, we have done this, no? Now combine the middle finger and the ring finger, touch it to the thumb. So this forefinger is folded, touching the root of the thumb. The middle finger and the ring finger, tip of that, are connecting to the thumb. And small finger is left straight. Now you feel the pulsation of these three and breathe in, breathe out, saying Ma. Ma. Very good to keep your heart channels, and this also healthy. It keeps your heart healthy. So this is the, so even Omkara, as I said, Omkara can also be used. This again, keep this like this. Om. So you will feel the vibration here at the heart chakra. You will feel the vibration when you are doing Omkara. That means you have touched the Anahata Chakra. So that is the Anahata Chakra for you.
Swayam Prabha. Digital India. Educated India.